Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to the Umbrella Academy. We are now on episode 5, which is called Valhalla. Which, very interesting title. Valhalla refers to the Nordic belief system around their version of heaven. But the only way to get to Valhalla, if I remember my Norse mythology correctly, you basically had to die in battle. You couldn't just go there. You needed to die a glorious death, which usually was incurred by your death in battle. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they come up with by watching this episode, which we're going to jump into very shortly. But if you have been here before, you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I do an upload of this show or any others you might be interested in. So go ahead and do that. Join the family. We know we'd love to have you here. Without further ado, let's get into this episode right now.
It's okay, little fella. No one's gonna hurt you.
Pogo gonna scratch your face off. Get her, Pogo. Scratch. Okay, so she was a scientist. That makes so much more sense. Like, no offense, but their dad didn't seem like the kind of guy that was just gonna fall for a girl for being pretty. Oh, there's another member of the Fantastic 12. Umbrella Academy, Fantastic 12. Whoa, Pogo went to space? I agree, sir. You didn't sign up for this. Oh, wow. Pogo really does relate to Luther. On far too many levels. Uh-oh. That cursed needle. That elixir from hell. That healing ability, though. What was in that syringe, sir? Now you know the way to a woman's heart is by saving her chimpanzee?
Jesus.
Yeah, ew.
Excuse me. I've got a blender and some much better booze. So if we're...
Ben's like, come on! I mean, yeah, stay there. It's Klaus. He's not ready to sober up, so what are you gonna do, I guess? Oh my god, he went all the way back to New York. By bus? Ugh. I've gone across Canada in a bus. Like, long bus rides are for the birds. If you can avoid it, please do. Okay, well, apparently this was a den of sin back in the day. Look at the difference. I love how they're showing the stark contrast between the North and the South back then. North, people mix in, far less suspicious, far less judgmental.
I do not have them, nor do I intend to have them, but if for some reason I did, I would expect more from them than a scruffy face, poor hygiene, and your grotesque simian proportions. Took a bus. I don't care. Now take yourself and the stench of failure that encircles you and get out of my house.
Wow! I mean, he was an ass, but god damn.
Do we need to talk? No, she's married. Okay. That's rough.
Awkward. Yeah, by stress eating. I relate. I completely relate. Yeah, Vanya, let's take a breath. We all know that you cannot handle things when you lose your temper.
Just spending the day with my family.
So, does Harlan have some of her powers now? I'm confused. Something tells me Vanya might have really broken things in a whole new way. What is she making? Oh no, not ambrosia salad. That is from the devil. Get that off the table. First the tuna mold.
Oh, I know this is impossible. Did we all get sexier?
She's like, what? How do you not know that? Do you not remember this? This right here? You and me? This you. Don't follow her. Please don't take the bait. Stop eating that. God, please.
Shouldn't we wait?
I think there's only one way to find out, right? Sure. Let's go.
Yeah, I want to stay with Team Fun.
I miss you all.
Oh, stop. I hate this. Why do we keep doing this to Ben? This is crap writing. The oldest man alive driving it. Jeez. Are you alive, sir? Oh my God, someone give this man a sandwich.
Request the pleasure of your company for a light supper on the 20th of November 1963, 7:30.
What's today?
24 Magnolia Street.
A light supper.
Luther's like, I eat 4 dinners every day.
Meanwhile, I'm carrying a torch for a soldier I haven't technically met yet. And Luther is in love with his sister.
Okay, again, we are not biological.
Face it, the healthiest long-term relationship in this family was when Five was banging that mannequin. About love is how it's screwed.
The least I could do is be honest with my husband.
Oh, does that mean I have to face my cult? I just hate group breakups. That's why I stopped dating twins.
This family's amazing.
Wow.
Okay.
That's one way of putting it. I kind of like this trio. They're more fun. And arguably, possibly the 3 most powerful out of the group, actually. Shh. Bye, Sven. Aww. No, just his leg. That's cold. Well, one down.
6 days. 6 days until what? I can't explain. Just, we need to go now. Please. Please. Find him. Can't.
AKA won't. Please don't kill her husband. Even though he's gross, don't kill him. Okay.
Wait!
And ma'am, you have a nerve thinking you could have your cake and eat it too, and your side piece. It's just the foot. Sir. Somber. I can't. Why would they do that? Oh my God.
And I've decided I'm gonna tell you everything.
He's not worth it. Wow. Okay, well guys, that was episode 5 of the Umbrella Academy, which was called Valhalla, which I get it now. Apparently their comrade is off in Valhalla, although he didn't technically die in battle, did he? But anyway, it does make me wonder how things are going to end up though. I'm not sure whether or not, why can I not remember the name of Lila's mother? Anyway, I'm assuming they meant to kill all of them, but they only killed one, which clearly they're quite close. But I don't think this is going to break them. I think it's going to have quite the opposite effect. And I think he's going to, you know, the other two remaining brothers, I'm assuming they're brothers, I don't know. But I think they're going to come with guns blazing now. But the way that the mother framed it, it looks like it came from the agency. So I guess she's looking to potentially punish the agency. So I'm thinking the way she set it up, the Swedes are going to think the agency set them up, and then they're going to go and try to take revenge on the agency, potentially, kind of like number 5 did. We know now that Lila's mom has got a serious vendetta against the agency now because they demoted her and basically treated her like crap after she messed up the whole situation with 5, understandably, but still. So it looks like she's looking to, I guess, wipe out everyone who's in power there, maybe at the moment, so she can start over, I guess, as the boss. That's my guess. Yeah, I'm sorry, that funeral was hilarious. That was so funny. Everything about it, I'm sorry. The 1 foot in the boat, and then the lighting it on fire, and the Swedish version of Hello from Adele. Like, it was so... I feel like the writers were literally killing themselves in the room, like, when they were talking about this scene. Like, they probably were joking, and then they were like, actually, we should totally put this in the episode. And I'm super happy they did, because that was hilarious. Outside of that, we didn't really actually have a lot happen in this episode, if we're being perfectly honest. I mean, yes, we got the gang back together for the first time since the season started, which at the halfway point makes sense. But in the end, we're still not together, right? The group is still very fragmented. They all have differing opinions on how to handle this. But I think Fives recognized that unfortunately his siblings at the moment cannot be relied on. They're not at all, they don't have their heads in the game at all. And he's been trying, well, I mean, he hasn't been doing a great job of it either. The great and terrible thing about Five is that he's an ass. He really is an ass. He's very judgmental, and he's mean, and he's condescending. He loves them. He clearly loves them, but he's more like his father than any of the other kids, and so he has a really hard time expressing that love or figuring out how to appeal to each of them. He kind of just condescends to them all in hopes that it'll work, and that might have worked with their father because he was a paternal figure, but it's not going to work with their little brother who still, even though he's 60-some years old, still looks like a child. So it's sad, but I think he's recognizing he's going to need more help with this whole apocalypse thing because his family at the moment is not, they're not cutting it, and they don't seem to be in the mood to even try to cut it. I don't know if it's a great idea that Allison is telling Ray about the full story because, again, she's thinking that they're all going to die anyways, but if they don't and they leave the timeline, the ripple effect that her telling him things from the future, we all know, right? That's the cardinal rule of time travel, is you don't tell them about the future. You don't, break the timeline that way. So I think with her telling him that, I just feel like it's going to be something where he's going to spend the rest of his timeline, trying to figure out where, I don't know, like, 'cause this is only the 60s, right? So Ray could very well be alive in 1989 when this whole thing goes down, right, with the Umbrella Academy, if it keeps on that timeline. So who knows what he might do with that information, and I honestly just don't trust him anymore after the way that he treated Allison with the whole situation. So I feel like that's going to backfire somehow. As far as Vanya telling Sissy about, her feelings, I think that was pretty much a given, very much like Klaus's storyline. It's the 60s. It's, you know what I mean? It's a time when women still could not easily support themselves, if at all. They couldn't live in society as single moms very easily. Not to mention, she's got a child with developmental issues, so it's not like it is today where there's a lot of support or a community or any of that kind of stuff around you, particularly if she decided to also engage in a same-sex relationship, right? Like, all of those things were huge barriers for survival in the South. And Vanya, obviously, she's just thinking of it as like, hey, it's 6 days, what's the difference? But it's not that simple. So, unsurprisingly, that went sideways. I'm glad, though, she didn't completely lose it in that moment. But that kind of dovetails into last episode where she saved Harlan's life, she did something we've never seen her do before. Like, we've seen her be able to slow things down and move things and all that kind of stuff with her abilities, but we've never seen her, those 3 or 4 bright lights that kind of went through her and into Harlan. We've never seen that before. And again, I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it, it may not have been Vanya. Maybe Harlan, because we've been focusing a lot on him for some reason. But, and I can't think it's for nothing is my point. So maybe it was Harlan. Maybe Harlan took something from Vanya. Because that doesn't seem like, again, we saw Vanya literally sucking the life out of her siblings in the first season. So maybe she can reverse her powers to give life rather than drain it. So it's possible, but we haven't seen her do anything like that before is my point. So maybe it was actually Harlan who did that. But it looks like they're connected now. Because we saw when Vanya was losing her crap again in that scene where, you know, Sissy's husband was being the same misogynistic douche she's always been. She started to lose it, and Harlan looked up, calmed right down, and grabbed her hand very intentionally in that part. So I have to think that, I don't know, something's going on there, and I feel like they're definitely dropping seeds for something with Harlan later in the season, which I'm not sure of yet, because, yeah, they haven't delved into it too deeply, but, yeah, I don't know if it's a matter of that he has abilities of some kind, or he's going to turn into somebody much bigger in the future, or if it is just me making more out of it. But I feel like something's going on there for sure. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please hit that like button. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. And please leave the comments below. You know, I love engaging with you guys and hearing your theories and questions and concerns and all that good stuff. But of course, no spoilers. If you've been here before, you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I do more uploads of this series and others. Cool. All right. Until next time, guys.